worldly. I'm fun. This ain't mileage. This is experience.
Not interested.
Listen, just so there are no surprises, don't be scared. My stuff looks like someone spilled an apple pie in my lap.
Number 1. Peter's true height is finally restored in Season 19, Episode 3. One sunny day, the Griffin family is sitting around watching TV when Peter bursts in, chainsaw in hand, sending everyone into a panic.
I want a chainsaw!
The way he acquired this chainsaw is straight out of a horror movie. It came from a dead neighbor.
Some lady up the block is giving away all of her husband's stuff because he shot himself in the face.
Oh my God!
I've seen that lady. He did the right thing.
That's also how we got this couch. Basically, everything in this house is Christmas suicide furniture.
But Peter's not alone in his quest for free stuff. Cleveland jumps on the bandwagon, using the same spooky method to score some free furniture for his own house.
Donna, they had a bullhorn. I don't know why, but they had a bullhorn.
Cleveland, it's time for lunch.
What do I want? Sandwich. When do I want it? Now. I ain't eating no Lipton soup.
Peter, of course, immediately starts abusing his new toy, cutting sausages and spreading butter on Stewie's bread like it's no big deal. Classic Peter.
There you go. Eat up, little guy.
In his continued quest for mischief, Peter starts making wood sculptures, including one of Willem Dafoe. Of course he does.
Wow, it's Willem Dafoe.
That's right. Since Willem Dafoe has more bones in his face than most people have in their entire body, he's perfect for carving because the angles are so sharp.
It's beautiful, Peter.
When bedtime rolls around, Lois is almost driven to madness when she sees the chainsaw still running, billowing smoke right next to the bed. Peter explains that he has to leave it on because it's difficult to start, comparing it to the frustration of wrapping things in plastic wrap.
Oh.
I can't help but laugh when Peter fumbles around trying to use plastic wrap and fails miserably.
Perfect. Can't wait to throw that out in 2 weeks.
The next morning, Peter decides to use his chainsaw to hollow out a tree in their yard, causing a massive racket that freaks out the whole family.
Hey, Lois, I'm just hollowing out this tree for the Keebler elves to live in.
Awesome.
And what is he looking for? Elves. Yes, he's trying to find elves inside the tree. Hilariously, all he ends up with is a broken arm and no elves in sight.
Oh, my arm! Oh, son of a bitch!
At the hospital, Dr. Hartman checks Peter out, starting with a reflex test.
Well, if it's your elbow that's bothering you, we should start by checking your reflexes. Ah! Okay, they seem all right.
After a thorough examination, the diagnosis is in. Peter has chainsaw elbow, and Dr. Hartman explains it through a video starring Tommy Lee Jones.
Congratulations on suffering from the coolest arm ailment there is, chainsaw elbow. As a celebrity dick, it's always been my passion to own a ranch in a low-tax state that I list as my primary residence.
This famous actor overworked his arm and got injured, just like Peter. But hey, think about the problems his boyfriend had to deal with.
I'm out in the field cutting firewood for a staged Instagram post. Sometimes I overdo it, end up with chainsaw elbow. Now here's fellow ranch owner Dennis Quaid to discuss the dangers of tractor ass.
So, you have tractor ass.
Since Peter refuses to take painkillers, Dr. Hartman suggests an alternative treatment called the trucker hat.
Holy crap, what happened?
After some time, Peter's true height is restored, and Dr. Hartman congratulates him, mentioning a few side effects.
Well, I think we simply found your true height. Before years of poor posture and wear and tear crushed your spirit and your spine.
Wow.
At the Clam, Peter's friends are absolutely stunned when they see him towering over everyone.
Whoa, Peter, what happened? Did you tease that witch again?
No, I got a back adjustment. Turns out I've been this tall all along.
You don't say.
Well, that's amazing.
They're so curious about what it feels like to be tall, and Peter shrugs it off, saying it's pretty normal, except in the bedroom, where it's a bit awkward.
I'm so sorry. You two keep going. I'm gonna clean this up.
Peter and his friends attend a fair, but Peter is too busy texting to pay attention. Quagmire, annoyed, tells him to put his phone down.
Hey, Peter, would you get off your phone?
Sorry, young girls keep killing each other because they think I'm the Slender Man now.
Like, are you telling them to kill each other?
It's just a goof.
Later, they all hop on the Ferris wheel, and Peter is having a blast. However, due to his newfound height, he accidentally kicks people around him. Oops.
What the hell?
My bad.
Now, who's doing that?
It's that jerk up there.
It's Slender Man!
Kill yourselves.
Peter!
Come on, it's just a goof.
After some time living with his new height, Peter realizes it's not all it's cracked up to be and wants to go back to his old self. Luckily, Lois comes to the rescue.
The female power to belittle is such that the recipient can physically shrink in stature. That's why husbands and wives are the same height in old age.
Lois, berate me.
In a highly satisfying moment, Lois unleashes years of pent-up frustration, verbally tearing down Peter until he's back to his regular size.
Appearance. Intelligence. Penis size. And another thing.
But Peter's such a disaster that Lois has to reduce him to tiny human proportions, like a walking punchline.
Well, Lois, you are a master.
Number 2. Peter is 6 feet 3 inches in Season 11, Episode 9. So here's the deal. The story kicks off with Chris standing in front of Mrs. Donovan and the whole class, reading his terrible essay aloud.
The first thing that Mrs. Donovan does when she gets home from school is put on sweatpants. Then she eats a whole tube of cookie dough, but she must be allergic to it because there are tears coming out of her eyes, and she always throws up right after.
The content is so dreadful that Mrs. Donovan asks him to stop mid-sentence. Chris, in a panic, responds by saying, "I'm not Nathaniel Hawthorne, okay?"
Nathaniel, what are you doing?
Just ruining 9th grade for everyone.
Then the principal calls Peter and Lois to his office to tell them that Chris has been causing quite a bit of trouble in school.
In fact, just yesterday, he tried to pass this drawing off as his advanced art project.
Oh my.
I'm very embarrassed.
Well, someone should be.
Lois starts to worry about what will happen to Chris if something happens to them. Of course, with Chris's level of dumb, we're looking at a pretty hilarious future.
Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga,
I can't
chaka,
stop
ooga,
this
ooga,
feeling
ooga, chaka, ooga, ooga,
deep
ooga,
inside
chaka,
of
ooga,
me.
ooga, chaka.
As Peter and Lois are discussing their son's, let's say, charmingly unique intellect, somehow Chris overhears the entire conversation and gets seriously mad.
You're making fun of me! I just wanted to listen to you guys have sex, but you were saying mean things about me!
Lois is panicking because she accidentally badmouthed her own kid, but Peter reassures her with, "It's never easy hearing the truth, honey. Like that time we ate that lucky fortune cookie."
What does it say, Peter?
Just something about perseverance. What does yours say?
It says I'm very creative.
The next morning, Peter is still being his usual delightful self, treating Chris like dirt, and Chris storms off, angry.
Oh, look out, everyone. Double-digit IQ joining the table. Hey, Smarty, think fast. He knows it's hot, because he's smart.
I don't want to talk to you guys. You called me an idiot.
Lois, in an attempt to mend things, prepares a list of summer camps for Chris to choose from. But when Chris sees the options, he's not impressed. Peter, ever the optimist, tells him, "Summer camp's only fun if you make an effort. That's how it was during World War II, right?"
Don't suppose it would help to say I have a note from my doctor. Get in there, you.
Not sure that's a great analogy, Peter. After reviewing a few more options, Chris decides he wants to go to space camp. Lois is concerned that with Chris's level of, let's say, intellectual enthusiasm, he won't learn much there. But Chris is determined, and they reluctantly agree, hoping it'll at least make him happy.
You guys are the best parents ever!
Would you excuse me a moment? These are mine now.
Hey!
Oh, honey, when we accepted those mugs, we knew this could happen.
When they arrive at NASA, Lois, being the voice of reason, tells Chris to reconsider since it might be hard for him to fit in. Peter chimes in, "I had the same problem when I joined the Boy Scouts, but hey, I turned out fine."
At no time were the campers and Mr. Griffin naked simultaneously. They merely engaged in horseplay.
Did Mr. Griffin sodomize the boys?
Mr. Griffin vehemently denies all allegations.
Right, Peter, you're totally the poster child for success. Inside NASA, Peter is drawn to a mysterious room labeled Sensory Deprivation Room, clearly intrigued by what could possibly be going on in there.
Oh, cool. Hey, come on, Brian, try it with me. Things got crazy so fast!
Meanwhile, Brian stumbles upon a spacecraft that's still operational. When he asks about it, he's told that they keep one running just in case they need it, whether it's to assist with a satellite malfunction or to deal with some overdramatic Italian guy who insists on blowing everything out of proportion.
I swear to God, Johnny, I've had it up to... Here with your BS.
Ooh, he's really had it this time. I'm sorry, Louie.
All right, then.
Lois hopes that Chris will make good friends here, while Peter is just hoping Chris doesn't end up with fake friends. Like those guys whose wives are friends with each other, but they just don't click.
It's right in the kitchen.
Sports?
No. Movies?
No. Hiking?
No. Cars?
No.
Porn? Yes! Gay porn?
No.
When the teacher welcomes them and tells everyone to grab a heavy book for tomorrow's lesson, Chris grumbles, "I don't belong here. I'm like that shady Chinese guy who made his company hold an emergency meeting to figure him out."
Rest assured, he will be found. Security is launching a full-scale investigation into the genealogy records of every single one of our employees. This man will be found, and there will be dire consequences.
Too bad about that Chinese guy, huh?
After a few days, Chris realizes he's in way over his head and calls home, sobbing, saying he hates it there and wants to come home because he's just not smart enough for this place.
Hey, you've got something on your shirt. Joke complete.
Just in time, Peter also calls Lois to ask for help.
Everybody's so mean, and there's this one guy who follows me around and calls me fat.
Well, I suppose Hang on, honey. I'm getting another call. Hello?
Hey, is Fat Ass home yet? Put him on. I want to talk to him.
The next day, the Griffins go to pick up Chris. He apologizes nonstop for making the wrong choice, and Lois reassures him it's okay. Everyone makes mistakes, with Stewie nodding in agreement and recalling the time Peter brought home an older woman.
I'm worldly. I'm fun. This ain't mileage. This is experience.
Not interested.
Listen, just so there are no surprises, don't be scared. My stuff looks like someone spilled an apple pie in my lap.
Ugh, yuck.
Before they leave, Chris takes them on a tour of the spaceship. Everyone is in awe, until Stewie, being Stewie, accidentally hits the launch button, sending the spaceship into orbit. Everyone panics, except for Brian, who sticks his head out of the window, thoroughly enjoying the view.
You know what? You only live once. I am sticking my head out the window. Yes! This is the best version of whatever's so enjoyable about this!
Stuck in space, Peter worries that if they're stranded up here forever, he's going to miss the clam, while Stewie just hoped he would never have to see the waiter who fancied himself as a comedian.
Yes, I'd like the chopped salad, please, and could I get no onions on that?
I've got a few connections in the back. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, that's funny. If there's one onion on that salad, you can forget the $1.80 tip you need to live.
Thankfully, the spaceship is on autopilot, so NASA is working on a way to bring them back to Earth. The Griffins are now famous, but their house has been taken by Consuela.
Griffin dead? I take.
No, they might be dead. They also might still be alive.
He's okay. I take.
Despite the crisis, Peter remains oddly chill, taking in the view of space while watching a funny video.
Damn it.
Stupid drunk bitches.
Meanwhile, Brian is desperately trying to contact Mission Control for help, but of course Peter makes everything worse by destroying the communication system. Peter's like, don't worry, I'll figure this out, just like my great-grandfather figured out how to make toy.
This gives me an idea. She's dead.
We're not sure how that's going to help Peter, but okay. At the moment of impending doom, when the spaceship is out of control, Chris taps into everything he's learned and manages to stabilize the ship, bringing everyone back safely to Earth.
Oh, look, it says autopilot engaged.
Good for him. I'm glad he found someone.
And thanks to the gravity pull, Peter's height miraculously increased to Earth.
Oh, look, it says autopilot engaged.
Good for him. I'm glad he found someone.
And thanks to the gravity pull, Peter's height miraculously increases to 6 feet 3 inches. Yeah, sure, that works.
Well, thanks to no gravity in space, my spine stretched, and I am now a confident 6'3". So, Lois, I will be leaving you for a hotter woman. Never mind, Lois, I love you so much.
Number 3, Short-Legged Peter in Season 15, Episode 6. While the Griffin family is watching TV, a bat chases Meg, sending her into a panic. Peter, ever the problem solver, decides to handle the situation with his signature wit.
Calm down, it might just be Grandpa Munster. Somebody set him up for a funny joke.
Hey, Grandpa, how did you sleep last night?
Yeah, see, if it was him, he would have said, like I do every night, upside down.
He manages to temporarily scare the bat away, but Lois is still worried because the bat is still somewhere in the house. Peter, brimming with confidence, tells her not to worry. It's as easy as when he increased his size.
Just like my penis enhancement. I want it to hang down to my knees. They moved up my knees.
With the bat still at large, Peter hatches a truly genius plan involving a toy helicopter and a gun, leading to an absurdly dangerous situation that has the whole family on edge.
Now, I don't have anything to control the trigger with, so I put it on a timer. But I don't remember how long I set it. Ah, we're all gonna die!
That night, Peter's mission to rid the house of the pesky bat takes a chaotic turn.
Aha!
Welcome back to CNBC's Moneyline.
Oh, come on, man. Nobody's buying that. You expect me to believe you own stocks?
Bat Industries was up $2 a share today in heavy trading.
Huh.
Every time the bat flies somewhere, Peter kicks down everything in his path, even though the bat isn't exactly in Meg's room. Yet another shining moment in fatherhood, right?
Yep.
When the bat ends up in Stewie's room, Peter accidentally breaks Stewie's arm in his attempt to catch it.
I got you now, Bat Damon. I named you Bat Damon. Aw, now I want you to live.
What is it?
Ah!
Ow!
Lois scolds him, but Peter claims it wasn't on purpose. Just a case of his hands being faster than his brain, much like the time he slapped hands with a street sign and Derek invited him to join a prayer camp.
His name was Derek, but he went by the prophet when times were good, or the lawgiver when times were bad. I moved onto his prayer farm with 45 other members of the Salvation Star Boys who died in a mass suicide.
Peter only drinks what he likes, so he won't die in that camp. Oh, and he called Lois to pick him up.
After it was all over, I called Lois to pick me up. She was mad, but she's what Derek calls an oppressing doubter. May the light of Derek's invincible diamond shine through you.
Thankfully, Stewie's injuries are minor. However, there's one issue. When the doctor suggests a vaccine, Lois hesitates, fearing side effects. Peter agrees, citing how he once made a terrible decision by peeing next to a guy who wouldn't stop talking.
Hey man, we should get out of here. The building's on fire.
Hey pal, not now, I'm busy. Anyway, I'll tell you what's on fire. My urethra. That's the last time I go to a water park, I'll tell you that much.
It's ironically hilarious when Peter realizes he's the one talking too much and ends up burned.
Well, that's not completely true, because I have a Groupon and I'd hate to waste it. Plus, the truth is, the kid... Oh my god. I was the chatty guy.
After some internet research, Lois decides not to vaccinate Stewie, dismissing Brian's warnings. She even begins a campaign to stop people from vaccinating, and Peter would join in after spreading a more important piece of news.
The brothers who made the Matrix are ladies now! They're ladies!
Just one of them?
That's the thing! It's both of them! What are the chances? What are the chances? The brothers who made the Matrix are ladies now!
The next morning, Lois and Peter are fully immersed in their anti-vaccine campaign, while Brian is horrified, unable to believe they're doing something so harmful.
You could get measles, mumps, rubella, whooping cough.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Very serious.
Stewie, who never thought his mother could make such a terrible decision, recalls the time she did something equally foolish while shopping before Thanksgiving.
Ready for Turkey Day?
Haha, clever.
Don't eat too much turkey tomorrow.
Oh, I won't.
Now, if only the meal would cook itself, huh?
At the park, Lois is aggressively spreading her anti-vaccine message, while Peter just stands there holding a funny sign, but the topic is so dull that no one cares.
Excuse me, are you the lady selling the bullhorn?
What? No.
I'm over here!
Peter suggests they spice things up, like the time he spontaneously sang at a jazz club.
Kim, I don't understand why your father has such problems with us, Kim. Mostly, I think it's because I don't make my car payments on time, but also because I was dating someone else at the same time as Kim.
I can't stop laughing every time I hear the song he wrote for his beautiful girlfriend, Kim.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Kim, I love you, but mostly I love that you let me eat crackers in the bed. Kim, thank you.
To make the campaign more influential, Peter uses Meg's college fund to launch a TV anti-vaccine campaign.
Fact. Vaccinate rhymes with masturbate. Would you let a doctor do that to your kid? Fact. I still think Michelle Williams is Carrie Mulligan.
The result? The entire town of Quahog stops vaccinating their kids, sending Brian into a furious rant. Peter, however, is convinced he's making the world a better place, just like when he became a cop on Instagram.
Sorry, lady, gotta crop the church. I will take this and cut away complete.
Stewie, terrified of not being vaccinated, starts wearing a mask and forces Brian to wear high heels to avoid direct contact with the floor.
Where'd you get those?
Put them on and lick your lips.
Stewie, you might be taking this too far.
Proper hygiene depends on everyone, Brian. For instance, I've already saran-wrapped Chris.
I'm a gas station sandwich!
The next day, when they drop Stewie off at preschool, they're horrified to find that no kids showed up. Quahog is in quarantine due to a measles outbreak. Lois finally realizes her mistake and tells Peter to take Stewie to get vaccinated immediately. But Peter, even worse, claims he has already destroyed all the vaccines in the area.
All right, what else did I have to do today? Ah, yes, overdose in my apartment. I better get home.
Cue Peter's karma moment. He contracts the measles, and Stewie fears for his life, worrying he'll look worse than John Goodman if he catches measles.
I've got your EKG here.
How does it look?
Well, it spells out pancakes.
Oh, okay, so same as last time.
I'm recommending you go on a strict diet immediately.
John decided against dieting and instead used 2 horses to help him move around. Unbelievable.
Horses that make it look like I can walk? Take me to Hollywood!
Peter, now bedridden, entrusts Meg with the family legacy.
You must carry on my legacy. Promise me you'll crop the churches. Crop them, Meg! Crop them all!
Stewie, imagining Rupert has also caught the measles, apologizes and says the situation is unbearable, like talking to someone with braces.
So yeah, last weekend Sheila and I took the kids up to the lake. It was great. We had great weather, fired up the barbecue. Sheila's parents came up towards the end of the week.
When are you gonna get those off?
When Lois learns Stewie has run away, she alerts everyone. Brian, seeing a path like something out of Family Circus, hopes it leads to Stewie, but it doesn't.
It's just Billy. He died of measles.
As Stewie tries to leave town, he meets a future version of himself who advises him to leave, but it turns out he's just there for the glue.
Okay, I'm really here because I know you have glue. Give me the glue. Ugh. Stewie, listen to me. Never, ever do this great thing I love.
Stewie finally reaches a bridge to another town, but with police there, he risks moving under the bridge. Unfortunately, a passing boat forces him to let go, but thankfully, Sean Penn swoops in to save him and even brings vaccines to help the people of Quahog.
Anytime there's a public health crisis in a third world land, I'm there.
Third world? This is Rhode Island.
Oh, really? Have you seen some of the delis on Federal Hill?
Oh, Rhode Island Slam! Oh, I like you, Sean Penn.
Number 4. Peter is as tall as a bug in Season 13, Episode 8. The story kicks off when Meg asks her family to turn off the TV so she can study for the SAT. But Peter, ever the loving father, reminds her of the time he had to choose between her and the TV.
Don't worry, Meg's holding our stuff. Meg, don't drink that soda!
Meg, the dedicated overachiever, wants to improve her SAT score to get into a good college, but Lois, being Lois, suggests Meg should focus on her weight instead. Poor Meg, clearly a little down, but Brian steps in to encourage her, saying if she nails the SAT, she can do anything, even coach the Mighty Ducks.
All right, the championship is on the line. It's time for a formation they're not expecting.
The Flying V?
No, the Stinky V.
At school, Meg's fretting over the SAT when her best friend suggests she find someone smarter to take the test for her. Meg considers asking Neil, the nerdy Jewish guy, but he's busy with his body maintenance.
I don't know what you've been doing to this thing, Neil, but you see this gunk? That ain't supposed to be there.
Well, just do whatever you can.
All right, I'm gonna go eat a sandwich with one hand and fill out the invoice with the other.
In the end, Ruth suggests asking Brian for help. When he returned home, Brian was very pleased to see that Meg seemed to know a lot about his book faster than the speed of love, and she couldn't believe it was being sold at a discount on Amazon.
What? My book is on Amazon? Oh yeah, Brian, there's something for everyone on Amazon.
Literally something for everybody.
Seeing Brian so happy, Meg took the opportunity to ask him to help her with the SAT, and since she liked his book, Brian agreed to be there to assist, much like a British officer in the 1960s.
Officer, the child's been kidnapped!
Calm down, ma'am. It's all under control. I've got a whistle, a cloth helmet, a key to a coal box, a soft rubber truncheon, and a map of the city.
The officer was of no help at all. Instead, he handed over a court summons to the poor mother.
Please hurry!
I don't much like your tone. That's a tiny pencil and pad citation for you.
Brian, who clearly has no idea what he's getting himself into, dresses up as Meg and heads to school to take the test.
My locker.
Meg, I thought we were going to try to work on that.
And somehow he manages to sneak into the test room, chatting like he's in a room full of his closest pals. I guess that's what happens when you're as invisible as a guy without a mustache in Lincoln's cabinet.
I want to win this war, and I want to do it fast. Ideas?
We should meet the rebels head-on in Virginia.
Yes, and use our ships to block their supply chains.
We could also use our troop advantage to outflank them in the west.
What did that baby just say?
To make it funnier, Peter shows up to cheer for Meg in his usual ridiculous way.
For luck, Meg. We're all rooting for you.
Fast forward to the results. Meg's devastated to learn she got the lowest score in class.
That's not possible.
Brian's stupid! I must alert the townsfolk.
Naturally, Chris mocks Brian and rides off on a horse to deliver the news to the town, but forgets his announcement halfway there.
Yeah! Fly, Artemis, fly! Hark, townsfolk! Brian, oh, damn, what was it, Brian?
Typical Chris. Meanwhile, Brian's feeling like the biggest fool on earth, but Peter reassures him that being an idiot isn't so bad. After all, you get to drink beer and party like it's the jazz age.
No TV, movies suck. I'm here with my gal. Shake your hands, kick around. Wear a suit to breakfast. Underwear that laces up. All girls have a guy's haircut.
Peter drags Brian to a demolition derby, where Brian, worried about potential injuries, learns an important lesson. If you're going to be an idiot, you have to constantly blame everyone who thinks they're better than you and send emails that nobody will ever read.
You know this one's funny because there's 7 fonts in 12 colors.
Dad, I just got this hilarious email. You gotta see this.
Chris, I'd love this.
Brian, taking notes, quickly becomes an expert in the art of stupidity. And Peter, thrilled, says Brian's a natural, even more so than a centipede among millipedes.
Well, what should we do today?
Let's try on 1,000 shoes.
Wait a minute.
Cut this part out.
Drinking gasoline, the works. Brian's health, however, starts to take a hit. One day while drinking beer, he collapses from the pain.
What you talking about, Phyllis? Gross. He's getting his nose period.
Peter, ever the optimist, assures him not to worry because he's been trained in crisis management, thanks to his experience on a hotline.
I discovered my wife's been cheating on me for a while, and I can't live like this. I have to kill myself.
Doesn't it make more sense to kill her?
At the hospital, the doctors managed to stop the bleeding, but reveal that Peter, yes, Peter, had shoved an entire car into Brian's body.
And we removed the matchbox car that was lodged in your rectum.
I did that right after you passed out.
Ah, classic P-Dog.
The bad news? Brian has a brain tumor, but don't worry, Peter's got a brilliant idea. Shrink Brian's body to fix things. Unsurprisingly, it doesn't work.
Shrink down to microscopic size, enter Brian's brain, and destroy the tumor from within. I was raped by a bug.
Then comes the truly shocking news. The tumor is benign, but it's making Brian dumber.
No way, I'm never going back to my old self. I rock like this. I'm legit. I'm uber. I'm awesome sauce.
Either take the tumor out of him or put one in me. I can't stand this.
Stewie naturally wants to remove it, but Brian insists on keeping it. Stewie argues it's like being Black Widow in the Avengers team.
So, what's your superpower?
Kicking.
Oh, right, because none of us can kick. Hey, which one of you guys can kick? Hulk, stop being nice.
Sorry.
Totally useless. After a few days of trying various intellectual solutions like opera music and yoga, Stewie takes Brian to a fancy dinner to try and bring him back to his former self. But of course, Brian orders like an idiot.
Good evening. Our first special is an almond-crusted salmon.
Hey, cram it, Skinny. Give me free food or I'm gonna tell people on Yelp there was a pube in my salad.
Free food right away.
Stewie, defeated, realizes that trying to fix Brian is like that one time an Asian guy went to a beauty salon expecting magic.
This whole endeavor was doomed to fail. Like an Asian guy going to a salon.
I want to have my anus breached.
Back at home, Brian is still following Peter's lead and doing dumb things, and Stewie fears that if he doesn't intervene, Brian's stupidity will literally kill him. He'll end up like that Russian dog that was sent to space.
He made it! Your dog is in orbit!
Wonderful. How do we get him back now?
Oh, about that, we do not.
Oh, my poor dog. He will die up there.
The good news is the dog didn't die. It found a dog planet and danced joyfully.
Joke on them. I find happy dog planet. In 50 years, we all go back to Earth and bite everybody. But now we dance.
Using his brain power, Stewie tricks Brian into going to the hospital for surgery.
Hey, Brian, you want to go see Dr. Hartman and get that procedure where you get 2 wieners? Whoa, hell yeah!
Ultimately, Brian gets the tumor removed and returns to his normal life, while Peter gets a new toy to play with. Because of course, Peter needs more toys.
Hey, Lois, guess what? I had them do that 2-wiener operation on me.
You what?
Double trouble! Uh-oh, that was the original.
Peter becomes a tiny man in Season 12, Episode 5. With airline prices slashed, Lois decides it's time for a family vacation, pointing out how long it's been since they went anywhere. Peter, always the comedian, humorously objects, claiming that he's already been on a helicopter tour in Tucson.
That park is all concrete, tied to our other dog. I think that guy with long hair is a lawyer. Look at all those students running for their lives. Oh, there's the concrete park again.
Lois, however, insists she needs a real vacation. Peter, on the other hand, refuses to travel, mainly because his passport photo looks like a mugshot taken during a sugar high.
Lois, I hate traveling. Besides, my passport picture is awful.
You look like a human cigarette.
Lois thinks Europe is the perfect destination to expose the kids to new cultures. But Peter, ever the practical guy, argues that they can learn about different cultures right in Quahog. After all, he has more foot bacteria than all of Europe combined.
I got ringworm too, but it's not classy like this.
With that logic in mind, Peter drags the family to the Quahog Science Museum to experience culture, but quickly loses interest.
That sucked.
Then, in a moment of cultural enlightenment, Peter points out that their town has something Europeans don't. High school football. See? He says, when your team loses, you don't just sulk, you wait in the parking lot to beat up the referee.
What part of Eatonville you from?
Oh, West Eatonville.
Oh, really? West Eatonville? Do you know Bob Hanley?
I'm Bob Hanley.
No kidding. Bob, it's me, Peter Griffin.
Oh, my God. How the hell are you?
He spots a familiar face, but in true Peter fashion. Instead of stopping, he continued punching. Next, Peter introduces Chris to Hanley, because what's more culturally enriching than a buddy named Hanley?
Hey, Chris, get over here. You gotta meet my buddy, Bob Hanley.
Hi, Mr. Hanley. I'm Chris. I heard a lot about you, sir.
Lois, determined not to miss the budget-friendly airline deal, buys tickets for the family to Italy without Peter's consent. She tells him they're going to a water park.
Okay, everyone put the sunblock on now, so when we get off the plane, we go right to the park. Wait, why are we on a plane?
Peter, we're not going to a water park. We're going to Italy.
What?
Lois, trying to calm him down, sweetly says, "Italy is the most romantic country in the world. We need a little romance in our marriage." Peter is completely confused. What? Romance? We just played role-playing last night.
Did you like that game of Mysterious Intruder, Lois?
I told you, I don't know who you are, and my name isn't Lois.
Mine is. Let's do it again.
Upon arriving in Italy, Lois wants a romantic evening with Peter, but he's adamant about staying home to watch TV, until the remote, as always, becomes his worst enemy.
Stupid remote's not doing anything.
Stop what you're doing!
Lois yells at him for not taking her to see the sunset. Peter, ever the reasonable man, argues that if they stayed home, he could be playing seesaw with Joe right now.
Yay! Well, I guess we're stuck.
Hang on, let me empty this bag.
Yay, gross.
Frustrated, Lois decides to leave Peter and enjoy some romance with an Italian guy. Peter naturally chases after her. Meanwhile, Chris is at home, learning the wonders of clogged toilets.
I got a little blockage.
I break the poops up in a little chunks.
I wish I had someone special to share this with.
Peter can't stop Lois from going out with the Italian, so he lies down in despair and falls asleep dreaming of Dean Martin, who gives him the brilliant advice: show her some Italian charm.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna ride this rigatoni into the sky.
Peter wakes up only to find the kids have stolen everything, proving that even dreams can be a scam. Before they leave for their next adventure, Brian reminds Peter to put on clothes. Peter, in his usual nonchalant manner, advises Brian to relax. Not wearing clothes is part of cultural enrichment. I'm embracing the styles of some countries.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, please, come on, it's just something I threw together.
Later, Peter dresses as an Italian, riding a bike with flowers for Lois. Lois isn't impressed, though, calling his outfit ridiculous and telling him it won't win her over.
Mi amore, I am here to put you on a pedestal with Italian romance.
Undeterred, Peter switches to love slap mode, but on the third attempt, he accidentally slaps himself, triggering a bizarre Italian custom. He has to kiss himself. This causes him to shrink down to a comically tiny size.
Peter, are you all right?
Are you kidding? I'm great! Bouncing around Italia, 'cause I'm a little ball. I can fit wherever, 'cause I am really small.
Then, Peter convinces 20,000 football fans to help him create a romantic message for Lois.
Peter!
Oh, they missed a letter.
After a romantic boat ride, Lois forgives Peter and things go back to normal. But Peter being Peter, he decides to do something crazy. He burns the entire family's passports so they can stay in Italy forever.
We're Italian now.
What? Are you kidding?
Well, if we're going to be Italian, I guess we should start murdering our brothers.
Where are you at?
You break my heart, Chris. You break my heart.
A month later, Lois starts getting tired of Peter's decision, especially since he hasn't made a single euro to pay the bills, and the kids aren't exactly thriving at the Italian school.
Look at these big ones. Rat-a-ta-ta-ta, rat-a-ta-ta-ta, rat-a-ta-ta-ta.
Is this calculus?
I don't know. Rat-a-ta-ta-ta.
Even Brian agrees that they can't survive like this because most of Peter's income goes straight to the mafia.
Stiamo cercando Tommaso Manfretti. È scappato dalla famiglia. E chiunque cerchi di nasconderlo si troverà nei guai seri.
Lois finally decides it's time to go home, but Meg refuses because she's dating an Italian guy who Peter is very curious about.
He gathers coins from the air by jumping on mushrooms. What's so hard to understand?
Mario Brothers? Hey, Meg, let's go a two-player. I got the Luigi here, huh?
Hey, Meg! Mario said you were into a weird stuff.
The family heads to the embassy to get their passports replaced, but things take a turn for the worse when Peter not only cancels the passports, but also renounces his U.S. citizenship. After passing a ridiculous test, they're told their application will take 16 months to process. Peter, never one for waiting, decides to take matters into his own hands. Chris, eager to catch the premiere of Karate Kid 5, insists they do it today.
Mr. Miyagi, this is kind of embarrassing, but I'm having a problem with erectile dysfunction.
Hey, Daniel-san. Miyagi fix.
At the docks, Peter distracts everyone long enough for the family to sneak onto a boat. They disguise themselves as dolls, but before they can be smuggled into the US, they must go through a screening process. During the screening, Peter bursts into tears, while Stewie, the ever-confident and slightly dramatic, demands to be tested, but is sadly denied. In the end, the Griffin family returns to their normal chaotic lives, except for Meg, who's still happily tagging along with her Italian boyfriend, taking their relationship to new heights.